So dedicated handheld devices are awesome. The Game Boy was the first system that I think a lot of us started out playing. The Game Boy was really unique. It was the first way to play cartridge games on the go that were very similar to home console games in terms of design and characters. And of course, Nintendo made a ton of money with the Game Boy, whether it was the Game Boy Color, or the Game Boy Advance. All three systems were awesome, all three systems were unique, and all three systems had their own library of games. And I really enjoyed the Game Boy, but of course Father Time has not been all that kind to the Game Boy lineup. If you have the Game Boy Advance SP with the better screen, that really is your best choice. And unfortunately, those are getting harder and harder to come by. Now you can always do LCD mods on things, but I'm not the type of person who's into that stuff. I like to just be able to buy something and play it. I don't want to have to do modifications and whatnot. So what if you have a whole library of Game Boy games and you really don't have a great way to play them because the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Color were not backlit and most of the Game Boy SPs were front lit? Well, you could check out the Super Retro Boy from Retrobit. Now this is a brand new system just announced and I want one. I want one right now. So let's find out about the Super Retro Boy. So the Super Retro Boy was pretty much out of left field. I've covered other Retrobit products on the channel and I hadn't heard anything about this. Usually you hear rumors or murmurs about, upcoming projects from companies like Hyperkin and Retrobit in the retro gaming community, but this was completely out of left field and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I'm gonna have pictures and whatnot up over here while I'm talking about the system, but as you can see, the system is based on the original Game Boy model, which I love that design. I've always loved that design. Yeah, the clamshell of the SP was great to put in your pocket, but I don't know, I always felt better just holding the original Game Boy design, and that's what they went with, and that in my opinion is cool. It looks like it's gonna come in two different colors, white and black, and me personally, I want the black one because I don't know, I kind of have dirty fingers sometimes and black holds, dirt better, but I think the black one looks really, really sexy with those red buttons. And this system's cool because it plays Game Boy cartridges, Game Boy Color cartridges, and Game Boy Advanced cartridges. So it's a 3-in-1 Game Boy system. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, where are the trigger buttons? Obviously the Game Boy SP had the Game Boy Advanced SP and the Game Boy Advance had trigger buttons that were, essential for many games. And what they've done is they put them on the front of the device. Now that's gonna be a little bit weird to get used to, but I think it'll be fine. It'll just be an adjustment period. Honestly, I haven't played that many Game Boy Advance carts in a while, so it probably will feel pretty natural to someone like me who's not really, super into the Game Boy Advance, more so the Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy. Now this system has a 10-hour battery life, which is what they're shooting for, and of course it's rechargeable, no batteries like we used to have to use back in the day, so that's really cool. What's interesting is that the screen is being touted as smash and scratch resistant. And that's cool because, I don't want to mess up the screen on this product, and so I might actually put it to the test whenever I end up reviewing it. So hopefully that comes through because I don't want to break mine. And of course, the main draw of this bad boy is the screen. It is a beautiful LCD, high definition looking screen, and there's been no direct, capture footage from it. Of course, everything is going to be off camera, but there was one picture floating around that I used as a thumbnail where you could see F-Zero for the Game Boy Advance being played on it, and it looks really damn good. I'm sure the colors are going to look really well done, and I don't know, it's just a really cool looking system. Now, Retrobit is shooting for an August release with this system, and around $79.99, which is pretty reasonable considering that it plays all of the Game Boy cartridges. I'm sure it'll also play EverDrives, and of course it has that really nice looking screen on it. So if any more information comes out about this, I will keep you guys updated because this is a product I'm really interested in. I really enjoy the Game Boy library. The Game Boy Advance has a ton of great games that I probably missed out on, and I do have a good bit of them, but I'd like to be able to get more into it. So definitely a product that I'm looking forward to, definitely a product that I'm anticipating come this early fall because, hey, it looks cool and I love new hardware. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Let me know what you think about the system in the comment section down below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and check out other videos on the channel. And if you really like my face, check out my Patreon. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.